What's going on, guys? Blazin here. Welcome back to the channel. And are you ready to build your revivers? Lately, I've been doing a lot of account takeovers, and I've noticed that people aren't building their champions right. We're looking at champions that have way too much defense, not enough speed, no HP, and I feel like I gotta kind of show you maybe a little bit on the optimizer how to build a proper reviver. But if you guys are going to find anything in this video helpful, or if you like the content, make sure to smash that like button up. Consider subscribing to the channel. It does help. And let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. Am I doing this right or not? For today, we are actually going to be using White Queen Ancora. I've wanted to redo her build for a while, so I've got no gear on her, right? We did take a couple of key masteries here because we do want Lore of Steel to help us out with speed especially. But what we're going to do is we're going to plug her into the optimizer. I'm going to show you guys exactly how step by step on what you want to follow to try to get the most optimal build. All right, so let's talk step number one. So first thing that I always do is I actually don't go damage or survival. I feel like it hinders what I actually wanted to build, right? As long as I'm specific with the build and what I'm looking to have, the balanced way is probably going to give me the better output. This is just kind of set up more for, you know, if you know what kind of speed you want. But with Ancora, what I'm looking for here, we're going to go under balance, right? Configure wise, we want to make sure that we have the right masteries, taking any gear from any champions that we want. I don't really want to strip gear off of my locked champions, so I will leave that alone. Battle wise, we're building it for general use, so we're not going to put anything in there. And to be honest, like if you want to put like increased defense because you know you're always going to have it, it's really not going to work unless it's in their kit, right? All right, so now we come to the stats. Now the first thing I really do here is decide what my HP threshold is going to be. So I want a minimum of 100,000 HP, right? And then I want to go to my defense, and I'm looking for about 4,000 to 4,200 defense. This is going to be that sweet spot, right? Now, what I do also want to do here with the HP is actually give it a priority of 4. I don't give it a priority of 1 or 2, right? Because then it really hinders on the next stat that I'm looking for, which is speed. So I want as much speed as possible. As for crit rate, crit damage, we don't really care. We don't need it. Resistance. If you want to build resistance, my rule is you either go all in, get 700-800 resistance, or just stick for 450, which is pretty much all general PvE use. I don't tend to build resistance, especially because we have mythicals that kind of just kill it. Now, under slot wise, here is where I put a lot of work into what I wanted to have, right? So we make sure, obviously, that we're not using crit damage gloves, attack percentage, or crit rate. Chest wise, same thing, right? So we're either going to give it defense or defense or HP percentage. Gloves, boots, it's either going to be HP, defense, or attack. I don't know why I clicked that. Usually the optimizer will pick that out anyways, but anything that is unnecessary that you know the champion doesn't need, you don't want to use it. Now, here I will leave the resistance on because I do have some banners that are resistance banners that have like a double or triple or some quads, so we'll leave it that way. Now, the next big thing I do want to actually go here is I want to tell the optimizer, hey, my ascension rolls are going to be either HP or defense on the top 3, and then on the bottom, pretty much the same thing, right? Unless I need something else, unless I need resistance or accuracy. As for the boots, I tend to not put anything there because this is where my wiggle room comes in. If I need more HP, if I need more defense, if I need more speed, this is where I'm going to be able to make that up a little bit, right? So I don't want to put that in. I kind of just leave it open, and then after the build is done, see whether I want to rework it for defense, HP, or speed. Neck piece, I want to make sure it's got either defense or HP, right? You're giving the optimizer as much information as possible because now that we can re-roll the gear, it's going to know that, hey, this is going to be the best stats for him. Sets. Now for sets, I'm really specific here with what I want to do. So I want to go with a bolster, right? And then I want to go with 4-piece stone skin. This is what I feel like is going to be my more optimum build. Okay, now coming into glyphs is the big thing here. I always tell the optimizer that I have some glyphage, right? And I always use the 4. So a 4, not a 4-star, but the stat thresh line of 4, right? Especially for the HP and defensive percentage stuff. We're not using any of that. So I always tell it that to make sure that it takes the glyphage part out and says, okay, based on the pure stats, this is what it's going to do. I had optimized. Now, because I want the absolute best build and I'm being as specific as possible, right? You can see here, we're excluding all of this stuff out of the gears. So it's going to be as specific as possible for me to try to get it done. I always go for the search limit at 100. I hit start and I wait. This may take, it's not going to take 7 hours. But I do let it run. If it says it's going to take 30 minutes, 40 minutes, 45 minutes, I do let it run just to find me that more optimum build, because again, I don't want to try to build champions that aren't really going to be good for the long term, right? I don't want to keep putting gear on champions and then having to rebuild them every so often, unless, with the key here, unless you are, competing in arena or in, let's say, live arena or 3v3 arena, and you need to keep those builds fresh, right? Or not 3v3, plat arena, sorry. So I'll let this run out for 55 minutes and then I'll come back to the end of this and we'll kind of go through a couple more things of what I want to do.
One eternity later.
All right, so we got a couple of seconds left. We've got the most optimum builds here. So looking at the builds, they all seem pretty juicy, right? 4.2k defense is exactly what I need for the cap. The speed wise looks to be the same, so the deciding factor is going to be what I need most. The resistance, again, isn't going to play a big part in my deciding which one to go with. The defense, 4.1, 4.2, we've got about 100 defense here. That's different. It's okay, it's not a big thing, and about 1000 HP, so it really depends on what I want to sacrifice. So let me take a look at both of the builds here. Now this wants to rip off a piece of gear off my Siphi, which I may be okay inclined to do with. Let's see what the first one does. Okay, so they both want to rip off the same piece of gear from Siphi. So let's go ahead. I guess at this point, the deciding factor is going to be I want more HP. So I'm going to go with the first build. So we're going to go ahead and equip that in game, right? So now our Ancora is at 104k HP, 321 speed. Let's go ahead and equip that. Make sure we bring up Ancora now. And so the reason I really wanted kind of to focus on this is because doing it and building your champions this way over the long term is actually going to save you resources, right? Knowing that you're going to, let's say, build this champion one time and that's it. And there we go. We got defense percentage on this. So now we go from, we go to that 4.2k defense, I believe, right? 4.289. So that's perfect. And we got the right HP that we wanted because we went with the top build. So we're going to be pretty okay on here. We'll be able to ascend everything to what we actually need to get. And once we do that, the boots being speed, most likely already what it was going to be. So I'm pretty happy with this build. Let's go give it a little bit of a test in arena and see, will I withstand anything, or did I build this champion absolutely trash? All right, so let's take a look here and see which one of these teams we're going to take on. Did we build our Ancora right? Damn. All of these look hard. Ideally, I want to go up against like a speed team, right? So let's go up against this one right here. This team will work out fine. Let's see what we got. I probably should have put the monkey in the lead, but it is what it is. All right, we ended up going first. Let's take out that. Give ourselves a nice big boost. Okay. We take out the Leorius right from the start. Actually, you know what? Let's see. Give him a full boost. Okay. Let's see. We survived. Decreased defense. He didn't have increased attack up. If he had increased attack up, he definitely would have killed us here. I feel like that would have been it. But you know, this is what you get for bringing increase or decrease defense, right? It's kind of is what it is at that point. We'll see. We'll let Uko maybe revive again. No, we won't. All right, let's see if we can find somebody else that has some pretty good damage. This is going to take us too long to kill the UDKs. Let's go here. Let's take this one on. We'll use the 40 gems just for the video. We'll use the 40 gems. All right, here we go. Okay, we win again on the speed race. Get rid of the Lady Mikage. Okay, cleanse. He did not manage to put a single bomb on us. Our poor Rotos. All right, let's revive our Rotos back up again. Poor Rotos. Okay, so what did we do? We lost like 40% HP. Not bad. I mean, we're surviving, right? We're surviving. That's what matters. And we won. Monkey is so OP. So OP. One more fight here. Let's see what else do we have. You know, they got lockout here. Armands. He's everywhere, guys. Everywhere. I'm not calling for a nerf. I'm just calling for a change. That's all. That's all. All right. It is what it is. Let's go with this team here. See how it goes. Okay. I guess let's whatever. That's fine. We'll give ourselves some turn meter boost. A1. Interesting. There. That's how you deal with Armands. That's how you deal with Armands. It's just polymorph though. That's what sucks. That's what sucks. I feel like I need to build her a little faster. That's my only thing, is she's not playing fast enough for me, which I guess is okay. Ooh, here we go. We got a Siegfried. So let's see. We're just gonna go just with her. We'll let them go crazy on us. How fast is this Arbiter, bro? How fast is this Arbiter if I can outspeed her at 322? All right. Yeah, that didn't do anything. Let's just see. Nope, not at all. I'm not sure what is going on here, but yeah, nope, not working. I feel like if I put this as a one-man defense, this guy would take forever to kill her. Are they even geared? Are they geared? The Death Knight's doing more damage. There we go. All right. So it took him like a minute to kill her. So overall, I like the build. I think I'm happy with it. All right, so let's go ahead and let's see if she's going to work in Live Arena with this build. So he's going to go ahead and pick his Armands. Oh, man, I think this might not actually be a fair fight. All right, so let's go. I mean, we are in gold 4, so we do want to try to win. So let's go with Crixia and Cora. Blessings wise, I feel like I might want to swap it. I'm not sure. Well, I don't know. I usually feel like working with like a UDK, he's kind of a pain in the rear end. So let's go Alaz and bring in King Narcissus. And then I just need somebody. I guess we'll bring in Monkey after this. And we'll take that as our last. Of course. Okay. No matter what we do here, it's a complete done. It's a complete done. Let's just see if we stand the fight. Actually, I probably should have banned him because at least that way I could see which he takes against Armands. Maybe we'll be lucky and we get a polymorph off the start. Maybe. Who knows? That would be our luck. Come on. Any day now, game. Any day. Let's go. Here we go. Okay. Oh, he's got pinpoint on him as well. We survived. We survived. That we took the bombs and we survived. That's a hell of a build. That is a hell of a build. I mean, I knew that fight was a loss, but we took on the bombs and we survived. Granted, we had that nice thick shield. So you know what? It might not be great for gold 5 arena, but I will take it for live arena, man. I feel like that's not actually a bad build. All right, so after I reworked everything that I needed, basically Wizard gloves, we got her up to 112k HP, 4.273 defense, 321 speed, 425 resistance. So PvE wise, she is a god tier build, ready to go. Live arena, I was happy with it. Commodus didn't really stand a chance there. We still survived even with the stone skin, guys, because we did take extra damage from the stone skin. So I'm happy. Overall, you guys let me know in the comments down below what you think of the build. Was it good? Was it bad? Should I try something else? And I know that the bolster is not ideal, but taking on champions like Commodus, I feel like does help. Going up against Narcissus, yeah, it's kind of one of those things, like if I pick her, I gotta pick him, right? So that's it. If you guys got some time, swing by on Sunday, 2 p.m. EST for the Knights of Teleria podcast, where we talk everything Raid Shadow Legends. We talk about the good, the bad, the ugly. And as always, guys, much love, much appreciation. Be safe, be well, be good to each other, and I'll catch you guys next time.